Ohio State had about a 28-5 run. What happened there, and what do you guys got to do to not let that happen again?
We just got to come out with better energy. I thought first half we went into the locker room in a good spot, but when we come back out, we got to have better energy. Coming in, second half we know they ended the first half with a great run. We had a lead, but I mean it's Big Ten basketball. We know we got to have that mindset of just putting our foot on guys' necks and just finishing the game out strong. So I just think we just got to come in, focus in the second half, and do a better job of just establishing our defense, and being mentally tough, in the second half.
This is for all three of you. I don't think we've seen Brad get ejected before. What did that do for you guys, if anything at all?
I mean, it just goes to shows how much, he cares about his team. He loves, he's the ultimate, competitor. And it just goes to show, he has our back for whenever, And, we just got to back him up. I thought we did an unbelievable job of, when he had our back getting tossed out, just bringing that energy. We switched it up. We picked up full. We just played with a lot of energy. Coleman did an unbelievable job just playing, with so much effort and confidence. Just getting to the rim, making big shots, and just playing free. I thought guys just came in, stepped up, and just gave us some energy, and that was really, really good job, But, despite the loss, I'm just proud of this team, just knowing how we finished. We could have easily given up, but we all believed that we were going to win that game, down 15 with 4 minutes, and, it goes to show how much, how much fight we got in this team.
Coleman, when Kofi fouled out, you came in. You guys went small, and you were playing the 5. Talk about that a little bit. Did you feel comfortable playing that position?
Yeah, personally, I like playing the 5. 5 out is we ran that a lot in high school, and I feel like I can do a good job creating 2 people trying to guard the ball. It's just mismatches, like switches. People get confused whether I'm, they don't know if I'm a pop, I'm a roll. But yeah, I definitely feel comfortable. I think I'm definitely in better rebounding position when I'm at the 5, and just kind of being like a quarterback on an offense and 5 out. I like that, finding shooters, finding open guys, and just creating mismatches.
You're the right.
Question for all three of you guys. Talk about that lift that the crowd gave you guys tonight.
Unbelievable energy, I thought our fans gave us, a boost there in the last, part of the game. It was so loud, probably top 3 loudest games I've been a part of in my career. They did an unbelievable job, and that's what it's all about, getting the crowd into it, knowing they got our backs. But it was unbelievable energy tonight, like I said. Despite the loss, I'm proud of these guys. Shows how much fight we got in us, and obviously we need to clean up some things, but we will, we're gonna stay mentally, dialed in here and continue, and get better.
Andy.
And then Trent and Coleman, I know they kind of were playing some 5 out with kind of Kyle Young. When they kind of have those bigs and kind of a lot of players kind of stretching the floor, how much more difficult does that make it for you guys defensively, and how would that kind of impact you guys?
It's just challenging because, like you said, with the pick and pops, it puts a lot of stress on our defense. You don't want me always switching on to, EJ or, Young. They can be able to post up, take advantage of that. But, it just stresses our defense out. That's where, we just got to be mentally tough on the ball and try to fight over every ball screen. I thought they did an unbelievable job just, screening and getting downhill and, creating opportunities for that 5-out offense. But like I said, we're going to continue to work on that and get better, make some adjustments, obviously. But I just thought we did a great job, in that last part of the game, fighting and just competing, just playing hard.
Alfonso, how do you guys just maybe steadily chip away at a lead like that, as you make the comeback attempt?
Well, I feel like we did a great job in the last 5 minutes. We fought back. I feel like we felt the energy from the crowd. But like Trent said before, we gotta keep getting better and how to close games. We did a great job, like I said, in the last 10 minutes. But yeah, we just gotta find ways to just move the ball, talking defense, and trying to win the game in the last stretches.
Coleman, Brad Underwood's talked a lot about how much you've gotten back in the gym and started to work a lot harder here in the last couple of weeks. What's it mean to kind of see that pay off with maybe your best game of the year tonight?
I think it means a lot because I feel like I can help this team just, bring energy, make the right reads, make certain passes, just do different things, just be super versatile for this team. But I think just getting back in the gym and working just builds even more trust with your coach. So, he sees me working, he sees everybody working, he's going to have even more trust because he wants to see you grow. He wants to see you learn and just get better. So, yeah, it definitely means a lot. And, yeah, it just builds that connection with coach.
There's one for Alfonso and then Trent. Alfonso, you tied the single game record for made threes. What'd that mean to you? What were you feeling tonight? And then Trent, as a three-point shooter, has made 7. What's it like to see him have that kind of night?
Yeah, I mean, I've been shooting. I remember, Coach told me, I got 2 games without a 3. Coach TA, he told me, you're a good player. You have to play with confidence every game. I feel like if you go back to the gym, it's gonna help you gain that confidence. Get that confidence back. So I went back to the gym and worked for an hour, 2 hours every day before practice, after practice, and I felt that confidence. And I'm saying back, and I just let the ball fly, and it worked for me. So I'm proud of what I'm doing, and I'm just gonna keep doing. And I still think I got more in my tank. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing with the same routine, and I know it's gonna help me for the last games that we got.
Trent.
Having a guy like that just, helps our offense a lot. I truly believe, I said this at the beginning of the season, he is truly the best shooter in the country. Still believe that. But it just helps our offense a lot, Every time, he shoots that ball, I think it's going in. And, I try to, look for him, get him every opportunity he can, late there. I sacrificed. I wanted to get him open because, he was the hot man tonight. And, every play I try to, get him the ball because, he plays with that confidence, that swagger out there every night. No one can stop him. But just, having a guy like that just helps our offense. It makes my life easier on offense because, he stretches the defense and, just gives me, opportunities to, make a play for myself as well. But unbelievable player.
Alec.
Coleman, was there a moment or a conversation you had with a coach or a teammate that kind of led you to getting back in the gym and just finding your game again?
Yeah, me and Coach sat down one-on-one, and we were just talking about, players go through adversity, and it just depends on if they're going to quit or they're going to keep working. And I'm definitely not a quitter, so, I was going through, maybe not as much minutes as I wanted or things back, sometimes even in the Maryland game, just not getting subbed in when I feel like I could help the team. But, I sat down with Coach, had a talk, and worked everything out. Like I said, I'm not a quitter, so I just, got back in the gym, worked, and just go out there and play with a whole bunch of energy and all my effort because I don't like losing either. So, just fighting through adversity and being a warrior.
Yeah.
Coleman, was the press able to kind of keep your energy level high, and do you feel like you're able to function a little bit better when that's kind of going on? It seems like chaos out there, but it seems like you have control over it.
Yeah, I think the press kind of just speeds teams up. They're not expecting a lot. We're great in our half-court defense, and then once we go out there and just fly around, it kind of throws teams off, and then they're set in the half court with 13 seconds on the shot clock. They don't know what to do. Our matchups are all over the place, and so they don't know what they're running, and we're just flying around. So I think that down the line that press is going to help us out. We've seen it evident when we came back in these 2 games with Rutgers and Ohio State, but I definitely like that press, and I definitely think it brings more energy, more guys flying around, and yeah, you have to fly around in press. So.
Trent, I know Coach Underwood won't be happy with giving up 86 points. Can you just talk about the defense a little bit and the matchup issues with the Branham and Liddell? What kind of problems did they present for you?
Like I said before, I mean, I think they just made a lot of tough shots, really. I mean, in the post, I mean, two unbelievable players. EJ Liddell, you know, playing in that post area, you know, making just tough fadeaways. And the freshman just doing an unbelievable job getting to his spots. I mean, like I said, it just makes, you know, our offense, you know, it just stretches our offense because they can run the, you know, the pick and pop, which, you know, drags out our bigs, you know, or the four-mans, which is tough. So they do an unbelievable job just, you know, running that 5-out offense, you know, and just getting to their spots and just making, you know, plays. But obviously, like I said, we got to clean up some things, but I'm really just proud of this team. I mean, that's a good basketball team over there. We just got to continue to, you know, stay mentally focused and finish the rest of the season.
Coleman, with that adversity, I mean, obviously you wanted to play more, and there were times you felt like you could help, but for a majority of that stretch, the team was winning. So how did you find the balance there of not getting too one way or the other?
Yeah, I'm on a winning team, so I can't complain. It's, you know, I'm kind of in control of my own destiny as far as, you know, showing coach that I want to work and I want to be a help for the team. So I was definitely happy with us winning. Just, you know, at times, you know, every player goes through, you know, wanting more and wanting to be out there and play. But, you know, I'm definitely okay. Whatever game we win, a win is a win. I'm definitely happy, you know.
Trent, talk about that last drive there. Obviously looked like there was some contact there, but what were you looking for driving to the hoop?
I was trying to make a play. Coach obviously put the ball in my hands to make a play. I thought I had an angle. I thought I got fouled, should have put the ball on the rim. But as I was driving, I saw Mate on the wing wide open. But, I mean, just, you know, just hell of a play. I mean, nothing I can, you know, say. I just got to do a better job of just, I guess, just getting to one of my spots and just making a play. But besides that, I mean, there's nothing I can really do about that.
For all three of you, you guys came into this game in control of your own destiny for at least a share of the conference championship. We've heard you talk about how much that means to you guys. Do you think about that now that you're probably going to need a little help to get to the point that you want to get to?
I mean, obviously our biggest goal is getting to the national championship. I mean, obviously this, you know, getting a share of the regular conference is one little star we would love to have. I mean, it's still 3-4 games left in the season. Like I said, there's some tough teams in this conference. You know, the road is hard. So we're just going to watch it play out. But besides that, we just got to stay focused. You know, it's not over. Like I said, we got 3-4 games left. We just got to finish the season out strong and just, you know, control our destiny, like I said. And just, you know, come in every day mentally focused, knowing, you know, we have a chance, we got life, and just, you know, continue to get better.
All right, thank you.
Ton of credit to Ohio State. Very challenging matchup. My opinion, they've got the best player in our league, and his name isn't Liddell, and that's no offense because he's terrific. Malachi Brannon is terrific. Big, strong, physical. You know, they got in a nice routine where they were ball screening, popping. They do a good job of pulling Kofi away, but that young man's pretty special. And but I'm excited for our guys. I thought they fought like crazy. I thought they were dialed in. I think the thing that makes me so excited is I think we found a new way to play. You know, I liked our 5-out stuff. It's stuff we had worked on a lot early in the season. And Coleman Hawkins was spectacular. So obviously Plummer was elite, 8 of 10 from the 3. You know, he's been shooting that cover off of it in practice and you know, is a special talent. But loved our fight at the end. You know, watch it on TV. Very disappointed that call wasn't made. If you guys will remember, that's the same call that they called on Coleman Hawkins at the end of the Michigan State game, so I guess we're not Michigan State. But no doubt we didn't get the call. But give Ohio State a lot of credit, and they deserve to win the game, but you know, we're sure not going to hang our heads, and it's very rare that Kofi has a night where he's -19 in the plus-minus.
Questions?
Coach, free throw disparity was a really huge stat in the game. Obviously, was that Ohio State being the aggressor, or were some things you saw in the calls that just weren't going your way?
No, most of them were my technicals. That's why I was angry. That's why I was, I was frustrated. They're aggressive. They had 7 assists all night. They don't do anything off the pass. They do everything off the bounce. They're a low assist team, and so they got us downhill. But it was credit to them, and they got to the foul line and made them.
Go ahead, Rob.
I assume the 5 out, you didn't consider going to it earlier because you have the National Player of the Year candidate, even though he was a little bit ineffective. It's got to be a hard decision to make.
Yeah, I subbed him out early. We went to it in the second half. You're going to ride your horse now. Nobody believes in Kofi Coburn more than me. That dude is special. And unfortunately, I don't know, what was he from the field? Missed 10 layups. He missed 10 layups. Well, 9 layups and a jump shot. That doesn't happen. We know that. He's one of the top field goal shooters. And, again, maybe that's their defense. But Kofi's seen just about all of it, and tonight just wasn't his night.
Jeremy?
Brad, you got the crowd pretty into it as you left the court. Just what's going on in your mind when that's happening?
Just that. You do something to rile your team. I was fighting for Kofi. I was fighting for, everything that I didn't think was going our way. And I am really proud of them. They responded. They rallied. Got the best fans in the country. Had a layup. Had a layup to tie it. These guys fought back, man. That's a prideful bunch. You can write that we lost, but the biggest story is how much pride this group has and how hard they fought. And like you said, there was a few things gained tonight as well.
Alec?
You talk about the pride that this team has in the fight. Coleman said that you guys had kind of a heart-to-heart conversation about adversity and not quitting. What went into that conversation for you, and what's it mean for him to be able to respond with maybe his best game of the season tonight?
Well, my title's coach. And coach is psychiatrist, ball coach, help them with academics, but help and build relationships that you can have really hard conversations. And we do that in this program. I'm not here to sugarcoat them and tell them they're great all the time when they're not. And nobody believes in Coleman more than me. And we got a glimpse tonight of Coleman's talents. And he wasn't playing to that level. He was in whatever kind of mental funk he was in, and we need to get him out of it. For us to go where we want to go in March, we needed to get him out of it. And tonight, he's actually been great in the last 3 or 4 games. So we need Coleman Hawkins to be terrific because he's a guy that can play at the next level.
What was your experience like watching that comeback, I guess, on TV in the locker room?
I was probably still coaching. I wasn't a big fan of DeMonte's foul, but we ran great action. We were fighting. We were competing. I just pacing back and forth in the locker room, and the staff did a great job, and the players made plays. And I was praying for an opportunity to tie it, and we got one. So it was not near as much fun as wish it was on the sidelines, but it couldn't be that way tonight. Couldn't be that way.
2 things logistically. How did you come up with the plan for what happens when you get, or if you get ejected from a game in terms of who takes over what duties? And the second, were you, you were frustrated for a better part of the game. Were you searching for at least the first technical in any capacity?
Well, the second one I didn't deserve. The first one I tried really hard to get. The second one, I didn't even deserve it. If you're going to throw me out, come on, just, let me earn it. but there was I didn't like some of the calls, and I deserved the first one, but enough.
You have a follow-up, Joy?
Oh, yeah, we've got coordinators. So we've got offensive coordinator and Jeff, defensive coordinator and Chester, and Tim handles substitutions. So all those guys kind of do themselves, and they sit there and whatever, both of them are running all of them are running the huddles. So it's the way it works.
Jeremy?
Brad, we might focus on the Big Ten race, and obviously you still want to win that. But how much of what you guys are doing now, you said you learned some things, you found some things.
March.
Yeah, how much is about building for that?
Yeah, I didn't do that last year. And we're doubling down on what we do, but we're always. I challenged our staff the other day. I said I need 3 or 4 things that give us problems, and we got to go figure it out now. And it's that time. And I felt like that was a problem in the Loyola game, and not that we were going to win that game, but again, this is something we worked on a lot early, and now we've come back to we can 5-way switch. We can put different lineups out there. It puts Luke. Tonight, was a great opportunity if we'd had RJ with his size and length on Branham. We missed Ben. But I like the opportunities that present itself when we don't have to. We can throw somebody a curveball. It's not just load it up and go to Kofi every time.
Doug?
Coach Andre Curbelo played 18 minutes, 3 assists, 1 turnover. Seemed like he was under control and pretty dialed in. Is that what you saw?
Yeah, he was terrific. And he's again a guy that Trent's our defensive stopper, and we had Plummer on a heater, so those gave those guys opportunities, and Phil did an admirable job of filling in when Trent was had foul trouble in the first half. So we got to keep Trent aggressive. Trent's got to stay. We need Trent to have the mindset he's got to get 30 every night. When he has that mindset, he's really good. I got to get him going a little more.
Andy?
So with Kyle Young, they were able to kind of do the pick and pop and kind of 5 out offensively. How kind of hard did that make it for Kofi and for you guys defensively to guard that?
Very. So they're a hard matchup for us. They're a very, very hard matchup. And scouting report mistakes, because Kyle is an all right-hand driver. And he drove it 3 times right-handed, 1 on DeMonte and a couple on Kofi. And we've got to know that. But again, it was it was a challenge. You get Branham going downhill, and he's an elite finisher. And that's why the 5-out stuff worked. We could switch all that and level him off, and still stay with the pop guy.
Derek?
Coach, outside of the standard game of runs, is there anything you're noticing in these dramatic swings where you're up 13, 22-2 for them, you guys come back, just those stretches of dramatic one way or the other?
Well, yeah, tonight, and I think, and I'm just, you can't ever fall in love with the 3. Tonight we build a lead because it's all 3s. And you've got to find, I always feel really good when we've got the balance. And, we made a huge run, which is something new. We made a huge run tonight with Kofi out in that first half. And we had guys making shots. In the past, some of it's been just Kofi overload. And I've been trying really hard to work on getting other guys into sets and actions that aren't Kofi. But, again, it was, the start of the second half was not very good execution on the defensive side, and they get on a run, and we're not, we turn it over a couple of times, and all of a sudden that runs 8-0.
Matt?
You said you're looking for curveballs. Is the press maybe one of them? If Kofi needs a breather, it seems to give you guys a whole bunch of energy. I know it's desperation mode, but it seems to give you guys a lot of energy when you're doing it.
Yeah, but I like it. Me, I like aggressive, and it's always been about, changing the tempo, and it did tonight. And, I think the one thing that it did at Rutgers, it's not that we got 2 or 3 steals out of it, but it just disrupted the flow and disrupts their timing and their flow. And that's one of the things that I'm pretty excited about.
Joey?
Brad, with Coleman, I think it was him yesterday you were talking about when you said the season doesn't stop to kind of come back and catch. So what was important for you? How do you feel like you guys were able to kind of bring him back to sea level in the middle of a pretty heavy grind of a season there?
Yeah, I think in Coleman's case, one of the things that I get excited about is that, he cares. He cares about winning. You have to find out at some point when guys are struggling and guys are down what they're, with how much they care. And Coleman's case, he cared. So now it was just getting him, having that heart to heart, getting him back into the gym, getting him back working, getting not letting adversity just pile on. Let's go and outwork your adversity. And I say it all the time. You'll come out on the other side.
You're right.
Hey, coaches, with that in mind, when it comes to Coleman, how important is that going to be for him to continue to play like this, as you mentioned with March on the horizon?
Oh, it's huge. He's a difference maker. There's no doubt. He and I said the same thing about RJ. Before his appendicitis. And it could be Luke. Luke was terrific tonight. Luke had 3 or 4 rebounds in the first half. In a night where Kofi had 1 defensive rebound. Are you kidding me? 1. And so Coleman does all those things. He got a big offensive rebound late. He goes to the glass. He's just an active, long, skilled guy, and that's irreplaceable. That's an advantage to us.
Go Alec and then Jeremy.
Coach, since you've come to the league, you and Chris Holtman have had pretty good battles. Fans seem to talk a lot about the rivalry that you've built with Iowa or Michigan. Is something building with Ohio State that's maybe just as special between you 2 programs and 2 coaches?
Oh, I got a lot of respect for Chris. Chris and I came in together. He's, he came in different circumstances. He came in with pros, taking over for Thad. It took us a while, but he's a really, really good coach. I challenged myself against him. Likewise, we've gone to their place and won. He's came to our place and won. We've had, it's battles. I don't know if it's a rivalry yet, but it's 2 really good basketball teams that I think are pretty well coached to go at it every time.
We'll wrap up with Jeremy.
Alfonso tied the singles game 3-point record tonight with 8 makes. I know you've seen him do that with 11 at Utah one time, but what's it mean to get him right heading down this final stretch here?
Yeah, you go 8 for 10, guys. That's pretty good in a high-level game, you better account for him. You better account for him. And we ran a lot of actions to him in the first half. We were dialing that one up. But again, he's got the ability to make hard shots, and we don't want him to let off the gas. Let's build on that and keep that going as we head into the next 3 weeks, month.
All right, thank you.